when you're not speaking the truth of the Bible, what happens, man? You know what happens? Somebody runs up in your church and robs you. That's what happens. You understand? And that's what happened to that false prophet out in Brooklyn. The man stealing all that goddamn money from your grandmother and your grandfather and from your auntie and giving you false information and lying and cheating and deceiving. That's what happened to him. The same thing that he puts out there is what came back to him. You understand what I'm saying? Give me Micah chapter 3 and 1 when you can. You understand? That's what happened to him. That he got robbed because he's robbing the community. And what goes around comes around. And what happened to him is the same thing he's doing to your grandmother, robbing her.
Right.
You understand? Robbing her. What he got robbed for, that's pennies compared to what he's robbing your grandmother for, and my grandmother for, and everybody else for. That's pennies. All that jewelry he lost, that's nothing. People say it's an inside job. You understand? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, he's been lying all this time, and he's built up a whole powerful church off of lies and accepting sin and pushing sin. I need Micah chapter 3 verse 1 real quick. All right, give me what you got.
Come. Micah chapter 3 verse 1. And I said, hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel. It is not for you to know judgment. Verse 2. Who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off them, and their flesh from off their bones.
You understand? That preacher hates being just. You understand? He hates righteousness because he's a natural born liar and disgusting. You understand? He's filthy and don't know a goddamn thing about the Most High God. If he did, he wouldn't be doing the wicked, disgusting things that he's doing. You understand? And all he's doing is destroying the community because he's an evil bastard. You understand? He's an evil, disgusting bastard, and he'll eat your goddamn flesh just to survive. You understand? That's who you dealing with. That's who's getting your grandmother's money. You understand? That's who's getting all your grandmother's money because these leaders cause our people to go astray. They cause us to go against each other. You understand? The same people that came and robbed the church was most likely Christians.
Right.
You understand? And they got the same. They got them teachings from the pastor who passed it down to their mother and their grandmothers and everything else. And here we are, got a bunch of soft young men that are Christians. You understand? That's all they did was birth more Christians, and he got what he deserved. You understand? Unfortunately, is going to continue for a little while longer. This is why the crime rate's so goddamn high. You understand? This is what's going on out here, y'all. Give me Jeremiah 23, start at verse 21. Excuse me, Jeremiah 23 and 1. You understand? We're going to show you exactly in the Bible what the Bible says about these goddamn pastors, man. Don't feel bad because they came in and robbed that church. They didn't take his money. They took your money.
Right.
They took your grandmother's money. They took your rent money. You understand? They didn't appreciate that peach cobbler that your wife is cooking for him and won't fix you a goddamn sandwich.
Right.
You understand? Sit there and say, yes, pastor, but argues you down to death and then kicks you out the house. Meanwhile, go and get private counsel in the council room with that pastor who's probably having sex with her. And her daughter and her son. You understand? Because this is what we dealing with out here, y'all. We've been dealing with Christianity for such a goddamn long time. Guess what? If you haven't been able to tell, it ain't working.
Right.
It's not working. Because you can't love the same God as the white man.
Right.
And you can't take on the white man's customs. Because it's not working. It hasn't worked yet. That's why we lead with abortions. Hasn't worked yet. How you doing, little man? You know what I'm saying? It hasn't worked yet. That's why we killing each other in gangs and gang violence and leading to overdosing and HIV and everything else because of the Christian church. Well, guess what? Let's see what God has to say about these pastors. Let's see what the Bible has to say about these pastors. Read what you got.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastor.
Woe to who?
Woe be unto the pastor.
What does woe mean? Woe means death and destruction. Say it again.
Woe.
Death and destruction.
Be unto the pastor.
This is what God is saying. This is not my words. You understand? This is what God's saying. Death and destruction to them pastors. for everything they did, for all the cocaine they allowed us to do, for all the heroin they allowed us to do, for pushing homosexuality, you understand what I'm saying, participating in thievery, speaking lies, telling you to celebrate Christmas and birthdays, to kick your man out if he ain't got a job, you come as you are. You can come in and switching and twerking and you can be the head of the choir. You understand? Death and destruction to these pastors, go ahead.
That destroy.
They do what?
That destroy.
They steal from your grandmother. They do what?
That destroy.
They have sex with little boys like Eddie Longstroke. Go ahead.
That destroy. And scatter.
And do what?
And scatter.
They got Baptists, they got Presbyterian, they got Methodists, they got Jehovah's Witnesses. They follow all that garbage. And all they do is scatter. Go ahead.
The sheep.
The what?
The sheep.
The blacks.
The sheep.
The Hispanics.
The sheep.
Native Americans.
The sheep of my pasture.
They separate and spread evil and hate amongst the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what they do. They spread hate amongst the sheep of the flock of the Most High God, and that's you, black man. You understand? That's you, black man. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord. Verse 2. Therefore.
What does that mean? Therefore, go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord.
This is what God is saying. Therefore, since you did that, then this has to happen to you. Go ahead.
God of Israel against the pastor.
Against who?
The pastor.
The God of Israel. The God of the Israelites. The God of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Go ahead.
Against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock.
They are destroying our people and scattering our people. This is why Harlem's getting gentrified, because of the Christian church. This is why there's murders every day in the Bronx, because of the Christian church. This is why brothers are Muslims, because of the Christian church. Go ahead.
And driven away and have not visited them.
They done destroyed us and driven us away from the true meaning of this Bible, the true spirit behind this Bible. You understand who this Bible is written for, how we should live, what we should eat, what we should celebrate, how we should think, how we should act, how we should deal with each other. They've driven our people away from their heritage, driven them away from who they should be. You understand? Go ahead.
Behold, I will visit upon you.
God said, watch this. I'm going to visit you. Go ahead.
The evil.
The what?
The evil.
The lies.
The evil.
The thievery.
The evil.
The robbery.
The evil of your doing.
I'm going to give you what you gave us.
That's right.
That's why the church got robbed. Because he's robbing your grandmother. Because he's robbing your grandfather. You understand? Because he's spewing lies and deceit and being a separatist of his own goddamn people. So God said, I'm going to visit you, pastor in Brooklyn. I'm going to visit you. You understand? Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord.
This is what the Most High God said. That's why he got robbed, because he's a false prophet and disgusting, filthy, nasty Christian pastor that steals from people and destroys people. Therefore, his church got robbed.
Right.
You understand? His church got robbed. They ran up in there. And let me tell you how much of a coward he is. He got his people in there, and he was on the goddamn ground. He didn't even stand up for his people. He got on the ground first. You understand? He wasn't even willing to die for his own congregation, for his own people. You understand? His wife got robbed. I mean, he just got bullied and abused in there. You know why? Because he bullies us. Because he bullies us. You understand? So he had to give up that money, y'all. Stay up that goddamn Christian church for you get robbed. You understand? You better grab a flyer. You better come and grab a flyer and learn how to live life for real. Learn how to not get robbed. Learn how to not be a liar, not be a thief. You understand? And not condone filthy, nasty, disgusting sin that this Christian church pushes, man. With the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man, we have a cookout. You understand? For free. You understand? We don't rob in here. We give out food for free. We have a cookout August 28th at Mount Morris Park, also known as Marcus Garvey Park, August 28th at 12 p.m. Food is free, the brother is free, the sister is free, and it's only for us. You understand? Please come and get some food from the food drive. Don't be too bougie, Harlem. Don't be too bougie, Harlem. Don't walk past with your stomach growling because you got too much pride because you from Harlem. Come on over here and get some goddamn food and give it to somebody you know that might need it. Do that. Shalom.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?